Hello, everybody. We are back. This is Nerdy Couch, and I myself am Nerdy Couch. Beside me, I have. Oh, I did it wrong again. Mr. Rob. Mr. Rob Lee over here, joining me directly from the forest.
The forest. The critter forest.
Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about Something's Killing the Children, number 10 to 12. But before we get to that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell button so you get notifications for when we go on, and slaughter that like button.
Slaughter it.
See what I did there?
Oh, very good.
we are just under 10 subscribers from our 300 mark, and we would love to get there with your help. That would be super exciting for us. So yeah, help us grow.
Yes.
Also,
like the trees in the forest.
That's right.
Also,
we don't want to forget about the charity that we're the GoFundMe that we're having right now. Links are below. If you want to help a little girl, my little niece, get the security dog, the epilepsy, not security dog. That's a different kind of dog. The epilepsy support dog that she needs, you can go down and you can make a donation on the GoFundMe there. You can also, for the next week, win some prizes such as this full box of Strixhaven and Secret Wars number 8. Amongst a lot of other prizes. Not all of them are so spectacular, but they are some good prizes. Over 40 prizes all together. And there's a video down below if you want to see all the prizes and how to get them. So, let's get on to this book, but not before we give you a little bit of a warning. There's a few parts in this book that are just a tad bit adult. Little graphic. So we don't want you to be scared, folks. So,
but you will be.
Take it away, Rob. As you do that, I think I'm going to go take a little tinkle. I was super not prepared today. So I'll be right back. You just take it away.
All right. Issue 10. Something is killing the children. So we see here Aaron with his tattoo of the dragon and his walking stick here. One hand gloved, always sinister. So we're back to the gymnasium. Principal is calling the families. Would the family of Sophie Mahoney please step forward? And there's the mother saying, "That's me." Steps under the rope. He says, "Okay, just step through to our side of the tape. And when you're ready, an officer will take you inside." And she goes, "When I'm ready." How thoughtful. My kid is dead. You found her body. Now you want me to take time to prepare myself. I'm sure she's been prepared for this for quite a while. Looking forward to identifying the body, if you can say that. I'm sorry, I don't know. Who knows what to say in a situation like that? Just stop talking to me, she says. I need to get ready. Being dramatic as she is allowed to be in this situation. So back in the woods, we've got the sheriff. They have got Tommy here thinking that he is the one killing the children. We need someone to clear the parking lot. We need to handle this delicately. One of you needs to pull aside the Parkers right now because they just lost 2 more children. I don't want them to hear what happened or do anything stupid. The gymnasium's already a makeshift morgue, so we won't have to go far with the bodies. Just send them all home. I'll get their arrest squared away and tell the parents.
Yeah, so they're definitely under the impression that he has something to do with it. Eh?
Oh, definitely. They come down and he's covered in blood. He's right with the bodies. They can't see anything else. I didn't do this. He says, son, you've watched movies before. The right is to remain silent. But I didn't do this, and they're still out there. They could be back any minute. So, of course, Sheriff has no idea what's going on. I need you to just shut your fucking mouth, Tommy. And Tommy looks a little bit down there after being talked to so rudely. You, you know there's some weird shit going on. You know I didn't kill these boys. I don't know anything, he says. And then from out of nowhere, a voice says, that's encouraging to hear. Of course, there's Aaron, the smug little bastard. Oh, God, there's more of you? He has no idea. Oh, Sheriff Kavanaugh, I presume. We spoke on the phone. So now the sheriff knows this is a mysterious phone call that he was expecting, telling him to just let the girl go. I heard your plan, and I think it can be of some assistance. They'll need your authority to keep the adults down there from panicking. I'll watch young Mr. Mahoney here and make certain he doesn't get into any trouble.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And the sheriff is like, you know what? Whatever, dude. Take it away. You watch him. I've got to go tell a mother that she just lost 2 sons. And so Tommy says 3. 3? There's a 3rd body further down the path. So when the sheriff and his men showed up, there was only 2 bodies. Now they know there's a 3rd. Okay, this is one of those extended panels here. Oh, no, here I go again.
Yeah, it's tricky sometimes.
So the sheriff just walks away here, leaves them alone, because he's seen enough. I can't even imagine what's going through his mind. You're from whatever it's called, the same group as Erica, right? I tried to call her when I first saw the first body. She did something to me. I can see the monsters. And of course, Aaron is quite aware of what Erica did to him. And so Tommy says, I bet you know a lot more than I do. The monsters are here. They're all around us, and I don't think it's safe. They were trying to attack me, and I'm not a kid at all.
It's not safe.
And so Aaron's doing something here with the end of his cane. He says, yeah, that'd be something we should look into. But I have a more pressing concern, and you can see he's got himself a little syringe. So, of course, Tommy is quite alarmed. Oh, don't be so dramatic. You have neither the wherewithal or the training to be anything but a nuisance to the Order of St. George. We cannot allow you to live.
Dun, dun, dun.
Glowing red eyes. Which is
welcome, Monica.
The She-Ra.
Something is killing the children.
Something is killing the Tommy.
Yeah.
Go back up to the parking lot. See a car pull in. What the hell? You're going to have to turn around, miss. We'll be picking us up again tomorrow. Sheriff's orders. And so we see that's the waitress whose name I can't remember. So Erica tells James, stay in the car. She says, absolutely not. She's crazy. I'm not crazy. But you were really mean to me. So Erica says, fine, come with me. And, of course, waitress isn't too happy that she's not being appreciated. Well, fuck me for trying to help, I guess. A pouty little millennial. So we see families in the parking lot. They're still milling about, even though they've been told to get out of there. And they're getting angry. I'm not leaving until I see my son. And Erica has no idea what's going on. Says, what's happening here? Sheriff says, isn't he supposed to be in the hospital? Yeah, what's happening here?
Just disregard the question.
Perfect. They really, really need to film this. I've had it up to here with you people. You need to tell me what the hell is going on here. So her eyes are starting to glow here. So she's getting a little agitated. I found Tommy Mahoney with 3 bodies in the woods, blood all over him. Had my officers with me, and I'm going to need to take them in. I just had to tell the Parkers they lost more of their children. And your friend is watching him until we can get it cleared and bring the bodies into the gym. 3 bodies, and there are children here. So that got her attention. Because I don't think the monsters care if there's adults around. Because they know, hey, they can't see us.
Nope.
I don't appreciate the way your friend talked to me. So Erica is in full panic mode here. Shut up. No, wait just a minute. Goes, you need to get these, tell your men to prioritize getting the families with children as far away from here as possible. And so James is...
I think you missed a panel.
Oh, is this one of those extended ones? Oh, so it is. Oh my God. So I'm going to need you to have someone take James deep into the school as you can. Keep him away from the monsters. You can't just keep passing me off, she says. James, I need you to listen to me right now. This whole situation.
Reading's hard.
This whole situation is more dangerous than anyone realizes, and I won't let you get hurt. So I think James has a realization here that, yeah, she's looking out for me. Okay. So who can take him? The sheriff's drunk brother. It's like my drunk brother is going to have to take him. Hey, Tim, need to take this kid into the school and bring back the comic. What's going on here? Please don't ask any questions, especially the ones I don't have answers to. So how long ago did the children die? And the sheriff says, I don't know. What's wrong? Well, what killed them is almost definitely still in the woods. And they're still hungry, and they're getting hungrier by the second. Take me to where you left my friend. So I guess one of the officers is talking to one of the parents, saying, they're like, ma'am, did you hear me?
You got to keep it moving.
It's Tommy's mom here. I'm sorry, ma'am. We're going to need you to come back tomorrow. She goes, no. If you want to arrest me, arrest me. I'm not leaving until I see my little girl. I've been waiting for way too long. Finally I get to see my daughter's body. And now you're telling me, oh, I'll come back tomorrow. So back in the woods, Aaron has injected Tommy with something here. He goes, why are you doing this? The world is a dark place, Mr. Pony. Very dark place. If people really understood, I don't think they'd ever sleep again. And knowing what their fears were coming to and feeding on their young, the order does not allow independent agents. It's crucial that big secrets don't get into the wrong hands.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they care more about covering things up, right?
Yeah. So Tommy has been drugged, so he doesn't feel the pain of being apparently decapitated or something here. And right at the last second, Erica jumps in, grabs his hand. You piece of shit.
Tell us how you really feel.
This is why they sent you here, isn't it? It's all about the fucking cover-up. And poor Tommy's a little bit out of it here. What is going on? He's so drowsy. You open this door, not me. You know the rules. There are 5 of them out there in the woods right now. And there are children in the parking lot. So, situation is very critical. So she says, Tommy, can you walk? I think so. Sheriff has made his way back down. What's going on here? He's been drugged. It should wear off in a couple hours, but he's going to be pretty useless until we get him back into the school. And Aaron is back on his feet. He says, I was trying to make this painless, but it can go the other way instead. Gives Erica a bit of a backhand here. And
Monica says, if you want to feel pain, try going to Walmart for bacon.
Oh, my God.
God.
I tried to go to Walmart for shorts. Every person in Woodstock went to Walmart yesterday to buy shorts.
Well, just a little context. The place that Monica works at Winters, the line was almost wrapped around the building. It was crazy.
Ha!
Anyway.
So Erica recovers pretty quickly, grabs Aaron by the scruff of the neck here and slams him into a tree. Stop posturing. I need your help. You're just delaying the inevitable, he says. And the more you stay in front of the sheriff, the more he's becoming a target too. You can't be so cavalier with our secrets, Erica. 5 Oscura types. 3 dead. Think for a goddamn second. Then it hits him. Oh, yeah. That's not enough sustenance for a full brood. They'll have grown with each kill, and 3 bodies are enough to fill one of them, not 5. So the rest of them are getting hungry. And there's a parking lot full of children, and they better act quick. They'll be in a blood frenzy, and they're starving. And he sees her point. Your point is well seen. If you hadn't wasted time being the order's lapdog, yeah, you made your point. No need to be rude about it. But of course, it's Erica. She's going to be rude about it. None of this. This is what none of you understand. While you worry about the rules, people are getting hurt.
Children.
So we go back up to the parking lot. Here's this little girl playing with her little airplane. And I think she sees something. What does she see?
This is brutal.
She starts to cry. Oh no, this kid's crying because he sees it too. This kid over here sees it. And all the parents, nothing. And then all of a sudden, there it is. All the kids see
monsters.
The babies. And of course, she is just in awe. She can't move. And back into the woods. Tommy's being arrested. Actually, I don't think he's being arrested. I think the sheriff knows enough that he's not involved now.
Yeah, I think you might be right. He's clearly been drugged, and the other guy, I think he knows enough by now.
So I guess they're coming up to the parking lot because Tommy says, that little girl. What? Says the sheriff. That little girl, right now. Kid, wait, you're in no shape to run. So, of course, he falls. And the mother sees Tommy coming. She goes, Tommy, what on earth are you doing? Making a fool of yourself. And the little girl is in the air, suspended by nothing. The parents are looking. They can see her.
She's a witch.
And she gets torn in half.
Yeah, this is why we gave a warning, guys, because this is a brutal, brutal issue.
So now the sheriff has a little bit more of an idea of what's going on. Jesus Christ.
Jeebus.
So you can see the parents are in a bit of a super panic here, and the mother is, Tommy's mother is like, I don't understand. So Tommy gets to the edge of the parking lot. Mom, get back. He runs, grabs his mother, and the sheriff is like, this can't be real. I don't think he sees the monsters, but
no,
he just saw a little girl get flown up into the air and torn apart here.
That's enough.
You need to get all these children inside right now, says James. And Mr. Corner here, he goes, I'm not the police.
Monica says that's what she looks like when she wakes up. Like I won't say a word to that because I don't want to sleep on the couch.
So James is like, I don't care. What just happened is going to keep happening if you don't do something now. There's something dangerous in the parking lot. You can't see it, but I can. Or it can see you. And that's enough to get him sobered up pretty damn quick. Hey, get the kids in here. Inside. Everyone in the gymnasium. And so Erica and Aaron have made it to the parking lot. And she says, this is bad. This is very bad. They're going to start melee killing. Everyone is so afraid, so it doesn't matter that they can't see them. So I guess the monsters also feed on fear and panic. Doesn't matter who it is. So I think the adults are also in danger here. You brought the boy from the hospital. She was, yes. And he says, yeah, you're going to need to get him as far away from the girl. Oh, get him as far away from here and get the girl. And we'll be able to draw them into a trap. Aaron, what do you think you're going to do? You can't fight for shit. You can very easily drug people and chop their heads off, though. So he passed all the same field tests that Erica did. He went through the same training.
He thinks he's badass.
He thinks he's badass, but I don't think he is either. I think Eric knows what she's talking about here. No, if you're hurt, I won't know how to end this.
Yeah, he realizes how much value she holds.
Yeah, she's the fighter. He's the sit back and follow orders guy. Just please, that the order will do now. Oh, you know what the order will do now that this many people have seen an attack firsthand. I'm not an evil man. I don't like how the order conducts its business. All I ever try to do is keep things tipped in the right balance. That's why I've always had your back ever since we lost Jessica.
Who's Jessica?
Yeah, so there's a new mystery. So he says, let me get to work. So I guess he's going after the monsters, and Erica is on get everybody inside duty. So she runs, everyone, get inside now. Tommy seems to be coming to a little bit here. He's going to fight them. No, that's not what this is, Tommy. So we got
Yeah!
We're going full Ninja Turtle on these babies. So that gets their attention. Now they have new prey. You die, you horrible. And he starts stabbing them in the head. Cut some legs off.
Shrimp.
Actually, he doesn't cut some legs off. They cut some of his arms off here. Oh, no, this is too soon.
Too soon. It's like, I thought it would have lasted longer, he says.
Yeah. And the babies are in full melee mode, I guess. And taking Aaron down. Something is killing the Aaron.
Yeah.
So very, very cool so far. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
issue
I think
12.
that's where that one's ends there, right?
Yep. Just wanted to come back up and with Monica, look in the mirror first thing in the morning here.
Mm-hmm. So that's the first issue. And we're going to go get right on to the second issue here. That would be the 11th issue. I think I'm getting a little bit of echo, Rob. Do you mind? I don't know if you might need to turn me down a little bit on your end.
Let me get some headphones in. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. We'll get right on to the 11th issue, which has got a really cool cover, I think.
Yeah, Erica
Beautiful.
in battle mode here.
Definitely.
James is well armed there, I see.
And we've got Burn.
Burn.
They're carrying the octopus toy. So that sounds a lot better, Rob.
Yeah, that's good.
This issue starts off with a young child being crunched up and eaten by one of the monsters, and we have, I've already forgotten his name, James.
Yeah.
Looking on in terror, which makes me believe that this is a bit of a flashback. As he watches the monsters tear apart his friends, and they're sniffing around at him and such. And then he hears, he says, "Just eat me already." You know, he's like, "Just end it." And from a distance, he hears, "Boys, are you down there?" James says, Dad, no." His father says, "You can't be making all this noise in the middle of the night. The neighbors are going to call the police." James yells, "Dad, stay back." And then what James would see, not his dad, I guess, is this monster just roaring and coming towards them. Seeing all the blood shed, James's father says, "Oh God." James, as he runs towards him, "What happened? What did all of this? Oh, Jeebus."
So I think this is the nightmare that he was going to tell everybody about, because it looked like him. He's lost his feet there.
Yeah, it's either the tale that he was telling, or he's reimagining what happened, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Monica says, "Will you guys sing the next page?" No, nobody deserves that, Monica. Thank you for the suggestion, though. It's maybe someday down the road. Okay.
Something's killing the children. The musical.
The musical. Yeah, that sounds great. Poorly performed by Dan and Rob. So, by the looks of it, in the lower panel, the monster seems to be kind of heading on its way out, type deal. It's had its fill, maybe. James says, "I did this. It was me. It was all me." Right? He blames it on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then back at the school, we've got several of those not so baby monsters.
They're getting pretty big.
Feasting on one of the children in the parking lot, by the looks of it. We've got all of the parents and stuff inside now. You can see them just sitting on the bleachers and stuff like that as James and Erica walk in, see all the dead bodies on the ground. Erica says, I need to get you out of here, James." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you okay?" "My side hurts like hell. You know, I want to throw up a little bit." You know, he's not feeling too great. He's still got a gun wound.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, "Yeah." All nonchalant, kind of. Officer says, "Where are you taking him?" I'm like, "Where are you going?" It's like, "I need to end this," she says. "You need to keep everyone inside until Tommy says that it's okay and it's safe to go out there." Officer says, "Tommy?" Tommy's like, "Wait, what?
What?
You want me? I'm responsible?" Officer says, "The kid's been all drugged up, for God's sakes. We can't put our lives in the hand of him." She's like, "Yeah." Still all nonchalant. "Yeah, I get it." But Tommy's one of the only people who can see
Mm-hmm.
these monsters, right? So she says, Tommy, listen to me closely. You need to keep your shit together, okay? Keep an eye out on the door. Every 5 minutes, look out there. And if you can see one of them, that means that there are more out there, okay? So if you can even see one of them, there's
Cockroaches.
others surrounding. He's like, yeah, shit, okay. Still kind of drugged up a bit, eh? Erica grabs James, says, I'm sure that the school's got some lockdown supplies. People might need to spend the night here. We got to get these people, the things they need, whether it be blankets or whatever.
And this poor sheriff is having one.
This poor sheriff,
bad
you can look on his face. He's just in shock. All right. He says, I can't keep them all locked up here, without telling them what happened. Erica says, Joe, all these people just saw a little girl ripped into pieces, half midair, like they're ripped into pieces. She was poltergeisted up in the air and torn into pieces. Okay. So they've got a good idea of the danger that's going on here. Right.
Yeah.
They don't need to listen. They know what's going on. Officer says, I could do this. She says, yeah, you can, because you have to.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice here. All right. James, stay with me and be quiet. We're going to sneak out a window on the other side of the building. James says, yeah, okay. So they sneak off into the dark areas of the school and try to find a window.
You see, the sheriff is still, what the hell's going on?
He's really kind of letting her take control now, eh?
Yeah.
He's just in shock right now. So we flip over to a scene in Chicago, Illinois, where we see, I believe, the slaughterhouse. Our house of slaughter. Mm-hmm. And we have the white bandana lady there. I cannot remember her name by all means. I'm not sure if we got a name from her or not yet.
Not sure. The one that trained Erica.
Yeah.
Or found her anyway.
Something along that lines. We this is a familiar character. And she's just waiting. And another character comes out and says, the old dragon will see you now. And then she goes in. Now, this old dragon seems to have kind of like a two-piece mask. It's much different than other people's masks. It seems like it's a solid mask, right? Oh, Cecilia would be her name then. Because he says, the old man says, you look miserable, Cecilia, as he knocks on his, I don't know what he's doing, knocking on his neck, kind of. And more usual, what's under your skin today? Aaron Slaughter is dead. Oh, that would do it, he says. Kind of, again, like kind of nonchalant, right?
Yeah.
She says, this is a video of him being eaten alive by unseen, I always mess these guys up, the Oscurotype in an elementary school parking lot in Archer Peak. It was posted on social media 16 minutes ago. So very quickly are people posting this, just like nowadays where everybody's on their phone, they're posting things up. It's on the internet before you know it, right?
Yeah.
Says it was posted shortly after the footage of the young girl being ripped in half in the air on Facebook. This alongside chatter of being trapped in either a morgues or a gymnasium. Lot of buzz going around. So everybody knows what's happening on social media right now. Mm-hmm. So she says, our friends in Silicon Valley, they've helped control to contain the post, but I think we need a more aggressive approach. He says, I agree. We'll need full containment. blackout. No internet, no cellular connections, no nothing. It's going to be a complete blackout.
So these guys are pretty powerful.
Yeah, they seem to have the ability to do that. She says, already underway. It's already happening. He says, good, as he opens that mask of his. He says, reach out to our contacts in Madison to deliver or to divert traffic. Like it's the traffic park.
Traffic park.
away from Archer Peak. And then he slurps down what looks like a gummy worm. I'm liking this guy. She says, you take point, or he says, you take point. Bring a full team. And then his mask clamps down. She says, yes, sir. And what about young Erica? He says. She replies with, still in play, but she's turned off her phone. She don't want no distractions.
Yeah.
Coming from the teddy bear with one missing eye, which belongs, I believe, to the old man. This is nightmare fuel.
Yep. And Erica's octopus also has one eye.
Yeah, I didn't put that together.
I just put that together now. Wow.
Good job, man.
Wow.
The old man says, don't mind Teddy. He's a real shit. And I think he's gone half mad. Which she replies with, yes, sir. I want her brought home alive, he says. She replies with, I don't see the point. Or at this point, she's a risk, you know? She's like, I don't know if we should bring her in alive. He slams his fist down, says, I'm still the fucking dragon around here. And I want her home alive. I want to speak with her. Erica's in trouble. Then it will be done, she says. He's still the fucking dragon around here, all right?
You don't piss off the dragon, man.
She walks out of into the corridors and she sees two rooms. One's labeled the black room. One's labeled the white room. To me, doesn't matter whether the room is black or white.
No.
Black or white. She goes into the white room where you see a ton of people all sitting down, all with white masks. Looks like they're her particular army, maybe. You know, these are her men. She says, it's time, boys and gals. You know, we don't want to go there. All right. Yeah. Standing with her superhero pose. Get the cars ready. We're going to Wisconsin. We're going to Wisconsin, boys. So we cut back over to them, to Erica and James sneaking out of the windows at the school there. They're being very sneaky. And James kind of grabs his side and he's like, ah. She grabs his mouth as if to say, I know you're hurting, but we got to be quiet. All right.
Quit whining. You just got shot. Jeez.
Yeah, it's just a bullet wound, James. Gee whiz, James. They see one of those now grown up creatures sneaking around the back, and it sniffs. Maybe it catches a whiff of their scent, and they've got to book it. They run to the car, or to this Jeep. Clack. as the door opens, James jumps in. She jumps in. They close the doors. James asks, "Are we safe yet?" Which obviously, James, you can see the monster.
Yeah.
All right. She says, "No, not with them so big. Not anywhere in this town." He's like, "Okay." Oh. She says, "If we find Bane." I can perform a ritual that will allow me to kill them, but we've got to act quickly, she says. Do you have a phone, James? He says, yeah, but there's no service, which is unusual because normally we have great service around here. Which she replies to as, okay, they're moving faster than I thought then. Meaning that blackout is happening, right?
She knows they're on the way.
Yeah. James says, the monsters? Question mark. She says, no, people, bad people.
Worse than the monsters.
James with, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, guys. He says, we got to go, Erica, with, what's the, he's urgent type deal. There's a word for this. He's eager. All right. She says, I know, it'll just take a second. And James says, Erica, we don't have a second. As this monster comes Jurassic Park style down by the window, blood dripping. And that's where this issue ends. Pretty cool issue, as far as I'm concerned. These issues, there's been some action, there's been some story carrying dialogue. It's exactly what this story needs to keep it moving, right?
Yeah.
These creatures are getting way more aggressive.
And I think we're about to find out what the House of Slaughter is all about.
I think so. Now we've got this next issue, and then we've got 3 issues after that before this arc ends. I'm wondering how they're going to wrap this all up. So let's get moving on to the next issue.
All right, issue number 12. So we've got the coroner still chawing on his bubblegum there. Can't really read the name of the toe tag, but it does not look like one of the children. So maybe it's just at work. We're not sure what's going on here. So outside a house here, James, covered in blood here, comes running up, knocking on the door. Help, I need some help. Looks behind him. Please, you have to be here. You have to help us. So obviously, I think he's worried about the monsters following him, because obviously they saw him in the car. They know better get hiking out here. So kid, I don't know how you found us, but I'm not letting you anywhere near the girl. So this is the I guess the deputy who took Bane, told Bane, do not go with this Erica girl. She comes to get you. She wants to use you as bait. You should run away too. You don't know what she's got planned for you. He's got his gun out there. Yeah, she's going to use me as bait. Okay, so you're crazy. Fine, but you're not getting Bane involved in any of this. Please, she's hurt. I think she's dying. What are you talking about? One of the monsters bit her. She just shut up and help me get her inside. I'm just a kid. I can't do this myself.
Monica wants to know if you're actually in the woods, Rob.
I am in the woods.
Yeah, he's streaming straight from the woods. You would be surprised what sort of an internet connection you get in the woods.
Especially in the woods of Pittock Lake. So obviously a little trick here to get Bane. Saying Erica's hurt, she got bit. You need to help her. So he comes running out. She's slumped over in the car. She's got a little mask on. He lifts up her jacket. Hey, John.
Even with a like bite on the arm, she's still kind of like real casual.
Yeah.
You know, no fucks given.
When I told you not to do something stupid like go to your house, I didn't mean go to your parents' house. You know, oh, they're in the Twin Cities visiting my sister. I don't have a lot of spare houses to hide out in.
Really, where are you supposed to go?
You know, so he's showing a bit of concern here. What happened? That is a bad wound there.
Walk it off.
So we're going into a bit of story mode here. She gets out of the car. Leaps up onto the hood because they were followed. So with a quick little, oh, this is what happened. Okay.
Yeah, this is how she got bit.
This is what we missed. So I guess before they took off, she got out of the car because that monster was there. James says, you know, we don't have
took
a second.
some time to pick the right weapon from her coat.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, she got bit, but she took one down in the process.
Yeah, so she is stabbing wildly here. Obviously, you get the idea that she has done some real damage to it. You know, I got lucky. 1 down, 4 to go.
Yep.
I can stitch myself up. If James grabs my backpack, it looks worse than it is.
Yeah.
I'd say it looks worse. He says, are you sure? No. Kid, grab her bag. Yeah, okay. So he says, I need to know what's happening. Just get me inside. I can clean myself up and explain the best I can, but we need to do it quick. And he says, why? And she says, because the Order of St. George is coming. So we've got the sign to Archer's Peak. We've got some black cars coming up here, and we see that they are here. They've got their masks on.
Some are her soldiers.
He's got something in his hand here. He is closing the exit. So the town is closed for business because something is killing the children.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we get inside. Erica reaches in her bag. We see a little first aid kit here. He's just waiting for the explanation because he knows this is going to be good. So she goes full predator mode here. Starts slathering some stuff on herself there. She's got the little octopus watching over. And she gets to work doing some stitches. Yeah, nice kitchen, she says. Yeah, try not to bleed all over it if you can.
Yeah, it's mom and dad's kitchen. They wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any promises. And she just casually stitches up her arm. So I need to understand what's happening here because none of this is making any fucking sense to me. I feel like I'm suffocating. I want to scream, but I don't want to freak out. I don't want to freak out the kid. But the kids have seen some horrible things I can't even imagine. Anything I do feels like it's not enough. All I want to do is keep them safe.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, so Erica's like, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't try to knock you out or anything.
It's kind of her.
But you're going to need to accept that there's a lot going on here that's just going to sound like made up. And there's no way to prove it without putting you in a whole lot of danger. So you're just going to need to listen to what I have to say, point blank. No more pointing guns at me and running away with the kids.
Yeah, she can't afford to use that thing on any more people, right?
No. So he sits down to listen to her story. Okay. But monsters are real. Only children can see them. I'm part of an organization of monster hunters called the Order of St. George. We've got a special way that we can see them too. So James adds to the conversation here. Yeah, the monsters that killed my friends, all of the kids have 5 babies, and they're going to eat everyone in the school if we don't lure them away.
Only.
So he
It's not a
says,
big deal.
And you're a part of this this order. Yeah, they care more about making sure the truth about monsters doesn't get out than making sure people stay alive. The situation's escalated, and they're going to want to contain by any means necessary. So she knows these are not very nice people. So he's like, "Oh, fuck, okay." So, how do you lure one of these things? I'm guessing it's not just putting a kid on a mousetrap and waiting.
Have they tried it?
No.
It's a big mousetrap.
It requires tapping back into the
invocation
that created the monster. That's why we're here. James says, I don't understand. Where's Bane?
Bane!
Who she blows up Gotham Stadium. So,
back at the school.
Tommy's outside the school here, just staring at this body that's been literally torn to pieces. Looks like he's got a walkie-talkie, something in his hand. So, sheriff's in there. Do you see anything? I see bodies. I think there are 4 dead. Maybe it's just bits of people tossed around with them while they were feeding. But I don't see the monsters.
See, he's already becoming a little calloused himself, I think. Otherwise, he's pretty still drugged up, probably still.
Yeah. So there's that first little girl there. So the sheriff says, so the coast is clear. People can leave now. And nope, because there's one right there. Well, shit. Because running back to the school. Open up, let me in. And he says, wait. It's gone. It has disappeared. And from the woods, he sees some little white triangles with teeth on them.
Almost look like teeth themselves.
Yeah. And it is the order. They're here. They are at the school. So Tommy's like, what? Because he's seen Erica in that mask.
Not this one, Monica.
She-Ra isn't, but Erica is.
Yeah. Pretty close.
So as he sees the orders coming through the woods here, sheriff opens the door, grabs him by the collar, get in here.
Get over here.
What the hell happened out there? Oh, one of them snuck up on me and I dropped the walkie-talkie. All right, so we're stuck in here. And he says, that's not the only thing I saw out there, Sheriff. So back to the deputy's house here. We got little Bane. She's still coloring. Bane. Hi, Bane. She's got some dolls. She's got her coloring. She seems to like to draw.
She made herself quite comfortable.
She likes to draw these horrible pictures. Yep, not going to talk to you. Yeah? Yeah, you wanted to hurt the babies. They weren't hurting anybody. They were just eating what their mama brought them. Like, this kid is
calloused now.
Blocking everything out. Because I'm sorry, the babies grew up. They killed 4 kids and a grown-up, and they took a bite out of me too. Oh, she says. I guess I wanted them to stay nice and small. Small and nice. That's the funny thing about monsters. They all start out pretty small, but they grow up fast. Bane, I want you to tell me the first time you heard about the monsters. So we're going back to that sleepover where monsters broke through the wall, but didn't disturb any of the furniture or anything like that. So she's trying to let on that she's blocked it. I don't know. So Erica says, it was It was before you saw them, though, right? Before the mama brought you to her cave. So, yeah, my sister was having a sleepover at Carly Wannis' house, and my dad made me go too. Because I don't think he likes us very much. We
Yeah,
get the kids out of the house.
Dad hates us, so he sent us to a sleepover.
So there's all the girls with the sleepover. She's just, feeling a little bit out of the loop there. Wait, Monitz? So you mean Tyler's little sister? Yeah. Tyler was one of the friends who died in the ravine on that fateful night. So you can see her drawings here are the blood-soaked monsters with dripping teeth, and they were telling scary stories. And then Carly's brother came in and said their stories were just baby stories. So
He's got a better story for them.
He scared the crap out of the kids here. But he had a real scary story. It was about monsters in the ravine that his friend had seen. And it almost ate him. So James is like, oh God. Because he remembers that night quite well. They started saying that they weren't going to go into the woods, so the monster couldn't get them. And the other kids at school know not to go into the woods. But then their friend Sarah stopped coming to school. And that was the first kid to go missing.
Yeah, she got dead.
So James says, realize something here. Eric, I need to talk to you. She's like, nope, James, just listen another minute. So Bane continues her story here. The more kids that went away, the more scared I got. And I started seeing it in the forest. Small at first, then bigger and bigger. And then one day it took me and brought me back to his cave. And I had to pretend that I was dead. Then it got so big, it started having babies. And then you came to get me, and that boy got shot, and now we're here.
Ta-da!
And the babies turned bad. So now you have to kill the babies. So Erica says,
going to be one tough lady when she grows up.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Erica compliments her on her story here. You're very smart to put all that together. Yeah, I know. So James is ducking out the door here. So Erica notices that. I think she's getting a little concerned. Says to the deputy there, keep an eye on her. I need to have a word with James. So she finds James sitting outside. Looks like he's very upset. Hey, I didn't think it was my fault, but it really is my fault. So Erica says, no, it's not your fault. And James is having a bit of a breakdown here. He says, but it came from me. It started with me. Yes, it did. So somehow James is responsible for these monsters.
I think this is so important to the story. What happens here and the reason for all of this.
He says, how long have you known? And she says, if it didn't start with you, it wouldn't have left you alive in the woods that night. These woods.
The woods. You're in real danger.
I am. What's that?
Oh, no.
So I told Tyler about the monster a week before the night they all died. That's why he asked me. The most scared I'd ever been. But it wasn't real. It didn't happen. But I explained it like it was. This big tooth scary thing came out of the ravine. But it was real enough to spread. She says, it's not that simple. There are a lot of things that need to happen to create a monster. But an upstanding member of the House of Slaughter certainly wouldn't reveal such things to children, says a mysterious voice from on the other side of the porch here.
Who could it be?
Who could it be? Yeah. There you go. Monica, you get your singing.
That's it, though.
James, get Bane and run. What? No, I still have my gunshot. I can't run. So this figure comes up the stairs, and we see it is
Cecilia.
Cecilia. I'm afraid I have to agree with the boy. Running is not an option. So the deputy comes out. He is
Been apprehended.
apprehended by two more of the House of Slaughter here. Sorry, Eric, they got the one up on me. That's okay, John. To which Cecilia says, okay. No, it isn't. And kills the deputy.
I didn't expect that.
No. So they are starting to eliminate witnesses, I guess, or people that know the story or know what's going on, even if they believe it or not. So we're down one deputy. Something is killing the deputy.
Yeah. So that is something I did not expect, is for him to die.
No.
You know, and like in such a brutal manner too. Like that panel, just blood squirting from his jugular type deal.
Now we know the Order of St. George does not take things lightly here.
They don't take prisoners.
No, apparently not.
Another thing that I loved about this issue is how they explained how the monsters originated. You know, I think it's really great the way they explained it, how they were created out of a story, and the more people believed in them, the more real they became. Right? I thought that was absolutely amazing. It put the story right where it needs to be for me. You know what I mean?
It's like they're born out of fear. They're created by fear.
Yeah. And had those stories not been told about them, they would never have existed.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was just fantastic.
So James is responsible, but as she said, it's not exactly responsible. He didn't mean for it to happen, but
takes a lot for a monster to be created.
Mm-hmm.
He was just one of the stepping stones for those monsters to be created. I think this story's going great.
I think so too.
I can't wait to finish up this arc on our next one in about 2 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So
3 more to go, and then
we can take a brief pause and then start up on that next arc, which there's only one, maybe there'll be 2 issues by the time we get around to it.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun, and that'll be the origin of Erica. So good. I think we're going to get a younger Erica, and we're going to get the story of how she became part of a member of the House of Slaughter. Also, there's a hardcover special edition that dropped that has the 1 to 15 that we're going through. So if anybody's interested in getting this whole story in one lump to read, that's a great idea. I might even pick them up myself. Pick one up myself, because I really love this story.
This little trade paperback is always a good addition to the collection.
And I think sometimes that's the way to go too, because you can read something through, you can kind of binge read it.
Yes.
And that makes a story so much better. They're really easy to keep in your collection, and getting some of those single issues for this series is going to be near impossible. You know, some of the issues are becoming way far out of price range, for me at least. So I'd like to get them all, but what can you do, right?
I was looking through the covers. There is a lot of alternative covers going on.
A lot of variant covers, you know. Yourself? Dear, have you been drinking? Anyway, we'll wrap this one up, but not before letting you know that tomorrow, Sunday, we will be back on talking about Marvel's Loki. Pretty excited about that. That episode released on Wednesday. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it real quick and join us live with the old crew.
Mm-hmm. I hear the
talking.
Baron might show up.
Yeah. So I won't say too much about the show because that's what tomorrow is all about.
Yeah. But I did read that it is the highest viewership of one of the new Marvel shows.
Yep. All I'll say at the moment is that, I enjoyed it. So that's all I'll say about it.
Absolutely.
Because if I get too far into it, I won't have nothing to talk about tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys like this show. We've got the next one coming up in 2 weeks. Join us then and see what else we've got coming up. And in order to do that, go ahead and ring that bell so you get the notifications when we go live. Hit the like button and subscribe, guys. We want to hit that 300 mark, and we're going to do it with you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for everyone who is supporting us. What do you say, Rob?
I say that was an awesome trio of issues there. I am super intrigued to read the next three.
Because we're going to wrap it up. And I'm just super excited to see how this arc wraps up. So other than that, guys, you were saying, Rob, before I cut you off?
Not sure what excites me more. What's going to happen to these monsters, or what's going to happen when the Erica confronts her comrades in arms there
at the House of Slaughter.
She's going to be fighting a battle on two fronts, I think.
Yeah, there could be because it seems like she might be in a little trouble back at home.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to see how that all wraps up, join us on our next show, guys. Take care, guys. We will see you soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye.